Okay, now, the next thing we're going to do here today is it's not a weir, it's me. I'm going to show you how I rip wood with the Radial Arm Saw. Crosscut is this way, okay? Ripping wood is taking a board like this and ripping it the lengthwise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise my saw up so it clears the table, and then I'm going to turn the head. Okay, I'm going to turn the head of this saw. There's a arm over here that you pull forward to release the pin, and then you simply turn the head, lock it in place, and then push back on that arm. Now, what I want to do is I want to just take a little bit off. I want to take a little bit off of this board when I rip it. And so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take a shaving off, so I'm going to show you how to do it. And I'm going to come out just about that far, just enough to take a little bit off, and I'm going to lock the saw head. This is the lock right there. You can move this back and forth and lock it wherever you want. But I'm going to bring it just about to here. And I'm going to take off that much wood. Now we've got the, I forgot what they call this back here. But this is basically this catches the sawdust, and it also keeps the wood from jumping up. And I'm going to bring this to where, actually, first of all, what I got to do is I don't have any grooves in the table because I don't rip a whole lot in here, but I'm going to bring the saw head down so it just touches the table, so I can make it so that the blade goes all the way through. Okay. Okay, now the saw blade has penetrated the top of the table, so that I know when I run the board through, it's going to cut the underside of that board. We'll let the blade stop all together. And then I'm going to put the guard down and back. It's basically the guard. And I'm just going to loosen it, let it hit, and then I'm going to bring it up just a little bit. Just about 1/8 of an inch. So, that's how much I got. Now, I'll have to carry the camera over here. You can see that here's the exhaust, and this is picking up the sawdust because the blade is going like this. So it's bringing the sawdust up. Well, it comes up into here and then out here, and then I put a vacuum system in here, and it catches the sawdust basically, and it pumps it back up out into my exhaust system out in the back room there. So now what I've also got is I've got this guy right here, which is my push piece, and I have a push stick also. So let me put the camera back over here, and I'll keep on moving here. Okay, so now I've got it so the saw blade is down as far as I want it into the table, just a little bit. And now we're going to rip this board. Okay? This is my dust mask. I actually use this outside nowadays, going to some grocery stores and stuff. I only have a couple clean ones left. Got the hat on. I got the headsets on. Now the idea, when you're ripping on a radial arm saw, is you want to have down pressure, because the blade is going like this, okay? And you're working against the force of the blade. You're working against the force of the blade. So this blade is going to want to, as it's going, the tendency, when the blade spins like that, what's it going to do? It wants to pick the wood up a little bit. So you have to have positive pressure down, and then you have to have positive pressure to the fence. So you're holding it. Your stance is kind of like this. like this. You're moving it like this, okay? Now when I get to the other side to make this cut, a lot of people don't like this, but sometimes, well, maybe what I'll do is I'll stay right here and I'll just run the board right through. I'll leave that to my professional side. I'll do it my way, off camera. But this is the better way to do it. You stay right here the whole time. Okay, so just watch me as I do it. When I get to the end, the best way to do it is get to the end, and then you're going to take your push stick and then you push it through. Okay. Another good way to do is have another person on the other side. Like if you're ripping, you know, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pieces, which I've done before, you have another person on the other side, and as you push through with the push stick, the other person on the other side is retrieving the wood and stacking it onto sawhorses. Okay. Now I'm talking mega wood, like, you know, I mean, you can be 20 pieces, but I've done whole housefuls of wood. So it's nice to have 2 people for that operation. So it's a stance like this, so you're solid. Your feet are solid on the ground, and you don't want to be up like this and pushing like this, because if anything happens, it can push you backwards, and then you lose the wood. And where's that wood going to go? That blade's spinning like this. It's going to throw it right. He'll throw it right back into the wall. And I've seen where the wood goes and penetrates sheetrock walls and wood walls. So your stance is like this, okay? So let me go ahead and show you how I do it. I'll turn my dust system on. Simple as that. That smells, I wish you could smell it, because that's Western red cedar and it smells delicious. So that's how you do it. That's a good, safe way to do it. And there you go. That's how I rip wood on a radial arm saw. This is a great tool. It does a ton of work, and you can see that wood was not walking away from the fence. If this is not set up true with your fence back here, if your blade is tipped a little bit like this or like this, if it's tipped like this, it's going to bind into the fence. If it's tipped like this, it's going to pull the wood away. So you have to make sure that your radial arm saw is set up perfectly true to get good cuts all the time. Thanks for watching.